Good evening, Wildcat Nation, and welcome to Wildcat Softball Field. On behalf of the entire Wildcat Softball program, we would like to welcome you to Wildcat Softball Parents Night. Throughout tonight's game, we will take time inning by inning to recognize the parents of our Lady Wildcats by classification. Behind every successful student athlete is the unwavering support, encouragement, and love of their parents. The success of our Wildcat softball program is no different. Our athletes are able to compete, grow, and succeed because of the sacrifices and commitment their parents make every single day. From early practices and long road trips to constant encouragement from the stands, your dedication helps make this program what it is today. On behalf of our players and coaching staff, we would like to sincerely thank all of our parents for your continued love, support, and commitment throughout the softball season. At this time, please join us in giving a well-deserved round of applause for all of our Wildcat softball parents. To start off, introducing the class of the 2026 senior varsity players with their parents. We have number 1, senior Kaylin Morales, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Frank and Zenaida Morales. Number 2, senior Avery Cavazos, her parents, Peggy Puente, Andres Cavazos, and brother Andy Cavazos and Paul Cavazos. Number 3, senior Saraí Gonzalez, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jose Gonzalez and Maritza Ramos. Number 7, senior Abigail Tirado, and her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tirado. Number 8, senior Caitlin Peña, her parents, Jose Peña and Don Bialiar. Number 15, senior Aubrey Zuniga, with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rick and Velma Zuniga. And number 20, senior Alana Bautista, with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Esteban and Jessie Bautista and mother. One more time, a round of applause for our East softball parents in the class of 2026 seniors. Now let's introduce our underclassmen with their parents. Number 0, junior Haley Escobedo. Oh, they can take a picture. Okay, now for our underclassmen. Number 0, junior Haley Escobedo. Her mother, Jenna Chavez, and grandfather, Jesse Chavez, and sending love from the stars, Grandma Janie Chavez. Number 4, sophomore Sydney Morales, with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Frank and Zenaida Morales, and sister, Kaylin Morales. Number 5, junior, Aaliyah Perez, with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Andres and Anisa Perez. Number 6, sophomore, Mariah Lopez, with her parents, Lupe Lopez and Amy Castillo, and siblings. Number 11, sophomore, Astrid Cabrera, with her parents, Yvette Perez and United States Navy CECN and MCB 133 Cristobal Cabrera, who is proudly serving our country. Number 12, sophomore, Elaine Hernandez, her mother, Erica Hernandez, and brother, Benjamin Hernandez. And baby sister.
Elaine is a sophomore.
Number 17, freshman, Serenity Vallejo, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Esteban and Jesse Bautista.
She played a lot of basketball too. Yeah. She'll be back for a couple more years.
Number 19, sophomore, Jalen Zuniga, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rick and Velma Zuniga, with sister Aubrey Zuniga. And number 21, sophomore, Bella Herrera, her parents, Selena Galvan and Juan Herrera, and proud alumni sister, Angie Herrera.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
One more time, a round of applause for our East softball parents.
Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco East Lady Wildcats softball field, where tonight K-West brings you the district matchup between your very own Lady Wildcats of Weslaco East High School and the visiting team, the Lady Chiefs of Donna North High School. Donna North comes in with a district record of 0-7. Your Lady Wildcats come in with a district record of 3-4 and just one game out of two playoff positions, because third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all at 4-3. That's Harlingen South, Brownsville, Lopez Mercedes, and Brownsville Rivera. So a win tonight will get Weslaco East back into that 4-win column, and of course a shot of getting one of those two playoff spots that are still up for grabs. The visiting team, Donna North, are under the direction of Coach Adrian Trevino, and they will bat in this order. Leading things off will be the shortstop, number 11, Evelyn Tafoya. Batting second is the center fielder, number 1, Melissa Davila. Batting third is the catcher, number 15, Scarlett Sauceda. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot is the third baseman, number 20, Donna Candelario. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 14, Michaela Garcia. Batting sixth, the pitcher, Kelly Gonzalez, wearing jersey number 9. Batting seventh, number 23, the second baseman, Xiomara Coronado. Batting eighth, Jalen Cuevas, the first baseman. And batting ninth is the right fielder, Scarlett Medina. Lady Wildcats under the direction of Coach Vicky Vasquez line up like this defensively. In left field, Caitlin Peña. In center field, Sarai Gonzalez. In right field, Sydney Morales. At third base, Alana Bautista. Second base, Kaylin Morales. At first, Elaine Hernandez. At shortstop, it's going to be Avery Cavazos. Behind the plate is Bella Herrera. And in the circle, Aubrey Zuniga. Aubrey Zuniga gets the first pitch to go right over the plate for strike one. Leading things off for the Donna North Lady Chiefs is Evelyn Tafoya, the shortstop. And she watches two pitches go by for strikes. So the pitcher, Aubrey Zuniga, quickly finds herself ahead in the count, 0-2. Here comes the third pitch from Zuniga. Swung on. That is a pop-up line drive to the second baseman, Kaylin Morales, and she grabs that one for out number 1. So 3 pitches, 1 out, and that'll bring up the center fielder, number 1, Melissa Davila. Davila, a right-handed batter for the Lady Chiefs. First pitch shows bunt, and it goes foul. It's a nice afternoon, early evening for softball. Right now it is 82 degrees, wind blowing out of the southeast at about 12 miles an hour. Shows bunt and kept the bat out there, and I want to say that's going to be strike 2. I don't know. The umpire is saying no, that it's a ball. Not sure she brought that bat back. But nonetheless, the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Shows bunt again, puts it down, and that's going to be foul. So now it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. We were talking about the weather situation this evening. Wind blowing out of the southeast at 12 miles an hour. You can see the flag blowing out towards right field. So here comes the 1-2 from Zuniga. Puts it down. That's going to be foul ball, and the batter is going to be out. And that'll bring up the third batter, the catcher, Scarlett Sauceda. First pitch inside for ball 1. That is hit to left field, and that's going to drop in the gap and go to the wall. And this may be extra bases for Scarlett Sauceda, and she is in at second with a stand-up double. So with 2 outs and a runner at second base in scoring position, that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the third baseman, number 20, Donna Coronado. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Little changeup, tails outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So again, Zuniga ahead in the count, this time 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. The count remains the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aubrey Zuniga, who's going to play at the next level at Southern Arkansas Tech. She's already committed there. That is low for ball 2. So the count is even at 2-2. There are 2 outs and a runner at second. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. The Lady Chiefs get 1 hit, leave a runner stranded. Nobody comes across. No score in this ball game between the Lady Chiefs and your Lady Wildcats. Lady Wildcats coming to bat. Lady Wildcats come to bat for the first time this evening, and they will bat in this order. They'll lead things off with the second baseman, Kaylin Morales. Batting second will be the shortstop, number 2, Avery Cavazos. Batting third is the third baseman, number 20, Elena Bautista. In the cleanup spots, the pitcher, Aubrey Zuniga. The catcher, number 21, Bella Herrera, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Saraí Gonzalez, the center fielder. Batting seventh, the designated player, Abby Tirado. And batting eighth will be the right fielder, Sidney Morales. And the ninth batter will be the first baseman, Elaine Hernandez. Defensively, Lady Chiefs, Michaela Garcia in left, Melissa Davila in center, Scarlett Medina in right. At third base, Dana Candelario, Ziomara Coronado at second, Jalen Cuevas at first. That's swung on, and that's going to drop for a base hit. It's going to get beyond the center fielder, so those will be extra bases for Kaylin Morales. And Kaylin Morales will get a single and advances on an error. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Avery Cavazos. At first, Jalen Cuevas. At short, Evelyn Tafoya. Scarlett Sauceda behind the plate doing the catching. And in the circle for the Lady Chiefs, Kelly Gonzalez. The first pitch to Cavazos misses the strike zone for ball one. Second pitch just a bit high for ball two. High for ball three. Kelly Gonzalez, her pitcher's going at the exact same spot, just missing the strike zone a tad bit high. So she's behind in the count 3-0. That's going to be on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Here comes the 3-1. Outside for ball four. So the first two batters have reached bases. So with nobody out, runners at first and second, that'll bring up Elena Bautista, the third baseman. First pitch right on the plate for strike one. Wind now looks like it's blowing directly out to center field. That's going to be just a bit high for ball one. Here comes the 1-1. Bit low for ball two. Pitch on its way. That's going to be low for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Bautista. Runners at first and second, nobody out. That'll be high for ball four. So after a leadoff base hit, it's been 2 walks, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. And it's the pitcher, Aubrey Zuniga. First pitch to Zuniga. That one was in the turf, low for ball one. That would have been a run coming across had it not hit the home plate umpire, Hector Lopez's left foot. High for ball two. Outfield playing pretty deep to Suniga. Outside for ball 3. 3-0 is the count. Gonzalez has nowhere to put Suniga. So we'll see if they give Suniga the green light. Watches that one go by for strike 1. Three balls and a strike. Nobody out, bases loaded. Swung on to third base. Third baseman picks it up, tags the bag for the force out, and they double her up. So that's going to be a 3 unassisted, and then it's going to be a 1-3 on the tag. So double play there. So Suniga reaches on a fielder's choice, stays at first. Morales comes across. So the runner didn't go to second. So it's just one out. Okay, my bad. The sun is right in my eyes, and I thought the lady had run from first to third. But she stayed at second, and that is Bautista. So Bautista with some heads-up base running and not advancing. She stays at second. So just one out, the unassisted tag of the bag at third base. So with one out, runners at first and second, that'll bring up the catcher, Bella Herrera. That one's in the turf, gets away from the catcher. That's a wild pitch, and the runners will advance. So 2 runners in scoring position with one out and a 1-0 count. Swung on, fly ball, shallow right field, and that's going to drop in no man's land. 1 run will score. Will they send the second one? Yes, they do. And going all the way to third is going to be Bella Herrera.
Bella Herrera finds himself in third base.
A 2 RBI triple. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Sarai Gonzalez. Gonzalez has got to be tired. She was out at the track meet today. And I know that because we as K-West called the track meet this afternoon, so we're tired as well. But I remember her being out there also. 3-0 is the score here in the bottom of the first. Showing bunt, fouls it back.
Number 3, Sarah E. Gonzalez. What?
Here comes the 0-1. Puts it down. It's in fair territory. Going home. And they got the tag at the plate for out number 2. So Sarai reaches on a fielder's choice. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the left-handed batter, Abby Tirado. First pitch gets away from the catcher. So Gonzalez advances to second base. That is in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that is a hard hit ball into right field in between the first and second baseman. That's a RBI single for Tirado. And now the score is 4-0. Lady Wildcats on top. Foul ball back into the netting. Nothing in one to count on the batter of the right fielder, Sidney Morales. That pitch missing outside for ball one. Swung on, hit hard to the gap in center field, and that's got enough, and it's out of here. Sidney Morales sent it just out to where the flagpole is, and that's the direction that the wind is blowing. She caught a pitch and went with it and sent it out of the park, and that's a two-run blast for Morales, and now the score is 6-0.
2026 sponsor. Tonight's game is being sponsored by Commissioner Adrian Farias. Also, we'd like to recognize our other sponsors for 2026. The mayor of Weslaco, Adrian Gonzalez.
So 2 outs. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Elaine Hernandez. Timeout called on the field as Coach Trevino wants to go talk things over with his pitcher, Kelly Gonzalez, as she's already given up 6 runs here in this ball game. She's given up 2 walks. 2 have reached via fielder's choice. A single and a home run. So probably out there trying to calm her down and just see what's working and what's not. So Elaine Hernandez now batting for your Lady Wildcats, playing first base as well. First pitch swung on, and she got it on the inside part of the bat, but strong enough to send it out to left field and fast enough to get to second base. And batting for the second time here in this inning is going to be the second baseman, Kaylin Morales. She singled her first time up to the plate and scored. Kaylin going to go play at Shriner next year. First pitch is a wild pitch, and the runner will advance. So Elaine Hernandez now at third, and 1-0 is the count.
1-0, 2 outs.
That pitch is high, so the count is 2-0.
2-0.
Swung on. This one is ripped right up the middle for her second hit of the night. And now it is 7-0. That'll bring up Avery Cavazos, who walked her first time at the plate. and did not get to third as the sharp hit to third baseman allowed the third baseman just to get her on a force out. Second pitch is in the turf. Ball 2. And Caitlin will advance to second. So the count is 2-0 to Avery Cavazos. Swung on, and this one is foul. Down the third base side of the field.
Avery Camacho, the Lady Wildcat batter. 2-1, 2 outs.
Here comes the 2-1. That is going to be high for ball 3. Swung on, hit hard to center field. Back goes the center fielder, and back goes the ball, and it's out of here. The second home run of the inning belongs to Avery Cavazos, and that's another 2-run bomb in this inning, and now it is 9-0.
Born by.
9-0 is the score here in the first inning, and that'll bring up Elena Bautista, who walked as well here in the first inning. Bautista represents the 12th batter to come to the plate here in the first inning.
Alana Bautista, 1-0.
Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alana Bautista. Inside for ball 2.
2 on, 1 strike, 2 outs. Alana Bautista.
Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and hit hard to left field. It'll drop. And Bautista rounds going to second and is in there for a stand-up double.
Stand-up double there by Alana.
So Aubrey Suniga now at the plate. First pitch is low. One and 0 the count. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on, fly ball back behind the catcher's plate. Catcher cannot hang on to it, so the count is 1-2.
Aubrey Zuniga, the batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, this one right at the shortstop, picked up by Tafoya, off the mark, and it's going to get away from the first baseman. Scoring will be Bautista, and going to third is Suniga. So Suniga has reached on a fielder's choice and an error. But a run scores, and that makes it 10-0.
Serenity
We've got a pinch hitter. Hard hit to third base. Not in time to throw to first. No, they did say that it was an out on first base. So it'll go down as a 5-3 on the third out, but your Wildcats do score 10 runs in the bottom of the first off of 2 home runs, one coming from Avery Cavazos and the other from Sidney Morales. We head to the second inning. Lady Wildcats up 10-0.
Before taking this art class, I only thought of art as a fun hobby, but now my art is going into a museum. This is a really big deal for me.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
We head to the second inning. Lady Chiefs trailing 10-0. And they will send batters 5, 6, and 7. Michaela Garcia, Kelly Gonzalez, and Xiomara Coronado due up here in the bottom of the second. All to face the Lady Wildcats, Aubrey Zuniga. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Swung on. This is fouled down the first base side of the field. And so Zuniga ahead in the count, 0-2. High for ball one.
1-2 strikes. Aubrey Zuniga, the Lady Wildcat pitcher.
1-2 offering on its way. Swung on right back to Zuniga. Picks it up, fires it to first to Hernandez for out number one. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Kelly Gonzalez. First pitch to Gonzalez. Inside for ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
1 ball, 1 strike is the count to the pitcher, Kelly Gonzalez. Swung on. That one gets through up the middle for a base hit. And the runner rounds first, and they get her out. What a heads-up play by Gonzalez. Gonzalez saw Gonzalez make the turn, goes to first, and Elena Hernandez turns around and sees her, applies the tag for out number two. Swing and a miss, strike one. Now batting, Xiomara Coronado, the second baseman for the Lady Chiefs. That is in there for strike two.
0-2, 2 outs.
So Zuniga finds herself ahead in the count once again to these Lady Chief batters. High for ball one. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. Off into the netting, so the count will remain at 1-2 strikes. Swung on and fouled back. Count stays the same at 1-2. Swung on and fouled back again. Xiomara really challenging the pitcher, Aubrey Zuniga. So we'll have the 1-2 count for the 4th time. That is going to be 1-2, number 5.
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Xiomara Coronado.
So again, like we've said before, here comes the 1-2. Inside, count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2-2.
Deuce is wild. Ball 3. So after finding herself behind 0-2 in the count, Coronado has fought back and now is facing a full count. And the payoff pitch from Zuniga is on its way. Swung on and fouled back, and we'll do full count once again.
Full count. 2 outs. Zuniga, the pitcher.
That is right at the second baseman. Morales picks it up on 1 hop, fires to Hernandez for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning. However, the Lady Chiefs do get 1 hit in that inning. We go to the bottom of the second, 10-0. Lady Wildcats on top.
Welcome to Weslaco ISD and Rico Elementary's School of Rock.
I like doing the band because I had my friend join with me, and it's really fun.
I feel very nervous, but also at the same time I feel super duper excited.
It feels awesome because you know that you're a part of something really special.
For experiences like this at Weslaco ISD, register at wisd.us or call 969-6670.
We go to the bottom of the second inning, and your Lady Wildcats will send Gonzalez, Tirado, and Morales to the plates, batters 6, 7, and 8. Sari Gonzalez reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first inning. See how she does the second time around with the pitcher, Kelly Gonzalez. She watches the first pitch go by for ball 1. Second pitch misses low for ball 2. Swung on and fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Two balls and a strike to the batter, Sarai Gonzalez. Low for ball 3.
31. Saeed Gonzalez. 3 balls, 1 strike.
High for ball 4. So the leadoff batter is on, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Abigail Tirado. She singled, had an RBI, and scored in the first. Left-handed batter for your Wildcats. First pitch, a little off-speed pitch in there for strike one. Swung on. That is a chopper down the first base side of the field, and that's going to go foul for strike two. So something we haven't said for our Wildcat batters, 0-2 is the count. Inside for ball one. Swung on. That is at the first baseman. She picks it up, tags the bag for out number one. That'll bring up the right fielder, Sydney Morales. Had a 2-run bomb back in the first, right next to the flagpole. First pitch is outside. Runner will advance on the wild pitch. So that'll put Sarai Gonzalez at third base. Another wild pitch, and here comes Gonzalez, and she's in safely. So back-to-back wild pitches from Gonzalez, and Sarai takes third and scores. 11-0 is now the score. Empty bases for the batter, and that is swung on and fouled back. Count is 2 balls and a strike on Sydney Morales. That'll be ball 3. That is a bloop single into right field. So Morales has a home run and a single. So she is 2 for 2 tonight. And that'll bring up Elaine Hernandez. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Outside for ball 2. Swung on, third baseman picks it up, fires the first, not in time. So that'll be an infield single for Hernandez. Morales advances to second, and we head to the top of the order to Caitlin Morales. 1 out, runners at first and second. Morales is 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles is what she's got at her 2 plate appearances this evening. And that's going to be single number 3 for her. That's an RBI as well.
Caitlin Morales to second. There is then a run.
So we got runners at second and third. And that's going to bring up Avery Cavazos, who knocked one out of the park her last time at the plate. First pitch to her is outside for ball 1. Second pitch catches the inside corner for strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Avery Cavasso.
This is hit to center field. Davila comes in, and it goes over her head, hits the fence. 2 runs will come in. They'll keep Avery at third.
With a triple.
And that's a triple off the wall. 2 RBIs for her to bring up her total RBI total to 4 this evening.
Number 20, Alana Bautista.
And that'll bring up Alana Bautista. Bautista is 1 for 1 and a walk tonight. She's scored both times she's been on base. Score is now 14-0. That is hit hard to left field. Left fielder grabs it, tagging. No, she's not going to go. She is now going to go after the errant throw. And Cavasso scores.
Avery Cavasso. That makes it home. Score Wildcats 15, Chiefs 0.
And now it's 15-0.
Next to number 15.
That'll bring up
Pitcher Aubrey Zuniga.
Aubrey Zuniga. She's been on twice, once on a fielder's choice and once on an error. First pitch swung on, fly ball to right field, and it is caught by the right fielder, Scarlett Medina, for out number 3. But your Lady Wildcats do send 5 more across the plate to give them a 15-0 lead here as we head to the 3rd inning. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat softball right here on KWS. Welcome back. We head to the 3rd inning. Lady Wildcats up 15-0. Some defensive changes. Sidney Morales at first. Alea Perez at second. Haley Escobedo out in left field. Mia Lopez in center. Jaylin Zuniga in right. Aubrey Zuniga still in the circle. And she will face 8, 9, and 1. First batter is going to be Jalen Cuevas, showing bunt, fouls it back for a strike. Lady Wildcats looking to get 3 outs here and no runs across, and we'll call this one a victory. Showing bunt again, fouls it back for strike 2.
0-2.
So 0-2 the count to the batter, Jalen Cuevas. That missing just low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Did she go around that home plate umpire? Hector Lopez says that she did, and that is strikeout number 3 for Zuniga tonight. That's the first out of the 3rd inning, and that'll bring up batter number 9, Scarlett Medina.
Next up, Scarlett Medina, number 2 for the number 1 Chiefs. Lady Chiefs.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Inside for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Scarlett
Inside, ball 2. Here comes a 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Reminder, there is a concession stand open. Just told there's just a lot of goodies.
Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strike out number 4 for Suniga tonight. And we are 1 out away from chalking up a W here at Lady Wildcats softball field. We go to the top of the order. It's Evelyn Tafoya. She is 0 for 1 tonight, lined out to the second baseman back in the first inning. First pitch, missing high for ball 1. Second pitch misses high for ball 2.
Aubrey Zuniga, pitching for the Lady Wildcats.
Here comes a 2-0. Inside for ball 3. That is in there for strike 1. So good comeback pitch for Zuniga. She fell behind 3-0, comes back with a strike. That's the first walk issued tonight by Zuniga. And really just the second runner to reach base, because we did have Kelly Gonzalez with a single, but she didn't get to stay there because on that same play was thrown out as she rounded first base. So not sure if we'll count that as a base runner. First pitch to Davila is fouled back as she tries to bunt something down for strike 1. That is down. Picked up by Sunia. Fires it to the second baseman, Elena Perez, and that is going to do it. The Lady Wildcats win this one 15-0. Suniga allows just 2 hits, gets 1 walk, gives up 1 walk, better yet, and strikes out 4 from the circle this afternoon. Your Lady Wildcats improved to 4-4 on the season, keeping in the hunt for a playoff spot. Once again, the Lady Wildcats defeat the Lady Chiefs of Donna North 15-0. I want to thank Vinny Berry for doing a great job on the camera. I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from Weslaco Softball Stadium, where once again your Lady Wildcats win this one in 3 innings. They defeat the Lady Chiefs of Donna North. Final score, your Lady Wildcats 15, Donna North Lady Chiefs 0. We'll see you next time right here on K-West.